there's quite a few characters in Rugby League, but none bigger than the man sat next to me, Marwan Koukash. Love-hate relationship with the game, love-hate relationship with the RFL, love-hate in your entire life. You're a passionate man, Marwan.
I am, mate. But I also, in everything I do, I can make some people hate me there, and I've got few haters, quite a lot.
Haters gone hate.
Mate, but do you know what I enjoy in life?
Go on then.
The day, at the end of the day, when I look back and I can say to myself, well, I made the haters hate me more today. And that gives me some satisfaction.
Mate, you're half a man now, because
Oh, don't say that. Ask my wife. I'm still the man I am. Go on, mate.
She said you've lost your bum. She said to me, you've lost your bum. She's not happy you've lost your bum.
As long as I've not lost the front end, I'm fine.
How's it going? How do you feel? Because I lost a bit of weight last year, and it felt brilliant. And how are you feeling, obviously?
Oh, absolutely great, mate.
Are you going to put it back on afterwards?
No. Do you know what? And now, listen, I'm not on a strict diet or, following anything like that. I just eat less than what I used to eat, but I train a lot more. And you know what? Training and exercising or going to the gym or going for a walk, for me, it's become like a daily drug. If I don't take it, I'm in a bad mood. So this morning, before I came to the game, I was up at 6 o'clock and I'd done at least an hour in the gym. And I'm enjoying it.
And you're doing a bit of boxing?
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe a fight with Derek, because this is you've got two new loves in your life.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about three loves.
Okay.
The first love, Derek Beaumont.
Oh, I love the guy. I mean, the guy is a character. You're talking about the sport needs characters, right? They don't come better or bigger than Derek. It's great to have people like him in Super League.
But he's less than you now, because he's beating you on the weight loss challenge. Are you confident you can get back under the scales?
I think Derek doesn't understand, right? That halftime score doesn't count, right? And he's not going to get any points. True, he's about 10 pounds lighter than me now.
Yeah.
But it's only half time. And he's not going to get any points or any prizes for being ahead at half time. Us as a club, and I take you back to the £1 million game. We like to come from behind, and I'm sure on the day there's only going to be one winner. And sorry, mate, Derek, it's not going to be you.
Second love I want to talk to you about. Last year you talked about how Justin Carney was your favourite player at the club last year. Now you've signed Todd Carney, international superstar.
Yeah.
You talked about you got the marquee player ruling. I don't know if he's your marquee player, but he must be close, because he's a very big name. Are you excited about having him at the club?
It's great, and he's listen. Todd Carney is someone I had known for a couple of years, and I was absolutely delighted that Catalan let him go. Some people might say I had something to do with it. Well, I didn't, but I'm glad they've let him go. And although I'm the owner and I've always wanted Todd here, it was up to Ian Watson and Ian Blease to say yes, we'll have him. But it's great to have him on board. And in a week or two, he will be fully fit. And we've got that Carney will be back as well. So I think the two players I'm most in love with are Carney and Carney.
Looking towards this year, your third love, Salford, because everyone thought you were going to leave and walk away. You said a few things on social media, and to us last year when you weren't as passionate about it. It just melted your head, I think, completely.
Last year was a tough year for me overall. It's not just in rugby, but in business and in racing, etc. I didn't have the best of years, and we are humans, and regardless whether I'm a character or not. Yeah. And I have feelings, etc. And sometimes when things don't go right for you, and you think things are going against you, in particular about rulings, from the RFL, etc. I started questioning whether I was the right person to own a rugby club or to own Salford. And with the extra pressure that was mounting on me, I think the suspicion there that I was going to leave, and yes, I was going to leave, right? I was going to get the club into a safe position and leave. something strange happened in the last 3 minutes against Hull KR.
Yeah.
Right, and because I came down from the stand thinking that I'm going to be consoling, the staff who were crying. A couple of the ladies who worked for us on the bench were crying, etc. Then, as soon as I got there, they gave me the feeling saying the game is not over.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they've hypnotized me that when I went back to the box where I was watching the game from, I was almost hypnotized to think that we are going to win the game.
It was the most unbelievable end to any game.
But to have to experience it, as a club owner, to experience that, because with 3 minutes to go, you are the leader of the group, and you have to console people. You have to comfort people who might or may not lost their jobs. And all of a sudden, you have all that drama. Now, for you, you've enjoyed that drama. For me, it was a different. It was a different feeling. So, at the end of the 3 minutes we were talking about, and after the drop goal, it's almost like it changed my feeling towards the sport and towards the club totally. I started believing that we've got a group of lads.
Yeah.
Who are real fighters, playing for the shirt and so on. And that's when I changed my mind.
I've got to be honest, Salford weren't one of my favourite clubs. Last year I came to a game and I was so impressed by the staff in the stadium. They were so friendly. And now, this week we've been down filming with the club. You've always impressed me.
Uh-huh.
Love or hate, whatever mood you're in, I've always been inspired by you. But now, with Ian Blease and Ian Watson, you've got two really well-spoken, really driven, really focused individuals in really important positions for the club.
Yeah, and they are the two kind of characters, I think. Had I met them or had I had them on board for when I started, we would be in a different position where we are now, right? And I would have saved an awful lot of money. I wouldn't have wasted so much money. They are the type of characters who don't tell me the things I'd like to hear.
Yeah.
Right? And, and they force me out of the way when it comes to dealing with the players and, the team, etc. And I'm starting to enjoy my rugby. I come in now, for example.
You look happy?
I look happy. I'm with my family. And we look forward to the start of the game. I'm even getting to love rugby more.
Yeah.
Right? By the fact that I go and watch, for example, when Lee played Leeds.
Yeah.
Right? I just enjoy watching a game of rugby now, and I don't miss a game on television either. So I'm more in love with Rugby League than I was before. But obviously, a lot more with Salford Red Devils. And the fact that we've got these two guys on board now, they make it possible for me to enjoy the game and to enjoy owning a club.
Mate, it's fantastic. The atmosphere outside with the band and everything that's going on, the match day experience has really improved. But you've spent a lot of money in your life, and I've got to ask you a couple of questions. I want to know, what's your best purchase ever in life and in rugby?
In life?
In life and in rugby.
I think the best purchase is an unraced horse that I bought about 6 years ago and paid something like £40,000 for it.
Yeah.
And I called it Gabriel after my son.
Yeah.
And he's won so many, and I think in prize money he won me more than £1 million. And
wow.
He's a horse that takes me all over the world, races in places like Dubai, Hong Kong, Japan, and Doha. We were in Doha last week. So he's the type, I would say that's my best purchase.
If you had to choose between Gabriel, the horse, and Mandy, your wife, what would you pick?
When is this show going to be broadcast?
Next week, it's all right.
Right. But are you going to tweet it? Tweet the star? Because if you are, I'll say Mandy.
What's your best rugby purchase? And all the players you bought, all the people you bought into the club, which is the best rugby purchase?
Do you know what? I'm not going to give you a name of a player for that. But the best purchase in terms of rugby is buying Salford Red Devils. Because do you know what? I'm a bit wiser now.
Yeah.
And I think the future for the club is very, very, very bright. And we have a plan to make the club, the Red Devils, one of the biggest brands in rugby league in this country.
Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, Spec, the specialist power contractor to industry.